Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, can you fix my slow PC, aka the user who wished for unlimited RAM? No internet? Must be the firewall. An interesting RAM installation that I've came across. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Can you fix my slow PC, aka the user who wished for unlimited RAM? Short and sweet one for you before I head into work. This happened about a month ago. A user opened a ticket about her laptop being slow. We'll call her Sally. Totally not, because she's a letter swap away from being what she really is, silly. Now, important thing to note is her laptop is the same model as mine. Issued roughly same date too. Same amount of RAM, everything. I'll be the first to admit I have some really terrible habits when it comes to keeping tabs open. But I remote into this user's machine and yeah, it's really slow. Like, I start Task Manager, and I got time to go get a glass of water before it started. I spend some time checking out the machine. 8 GB of RAM, but she's got like 50 tabs open of Chrome across 5 windows, about 10 PDFs open in Acrobat Reader, a dozen or so different Word and Excel documents open, and none of it minimized. Task Manager reports her RAM is capped out, in addition to about 5 GB of page file. My final check was the CPU uptime. I'm disappointed in myself normally for having a CPU uptime on my personal PC that's right now at 5 days. But this woman? Try 25 days. I don't think she's ever shut down this machine in her life. No wonder the thing is slow, she's basically torturing the thing. So after I've done with my check, I wait for her to get back to her laptop, because of course she basically said I'm going on my break, remote in and fix it thanks, and the conversation goes as follows. Me, I've had a look at your computer, and I've identified 3 possible reasons your PC is slow dash. Sally, have you fixed it? It's still slow. Me, yes, it's still slow. I was just about to explain why it's slow, and how you can prevent it from being slow in the future dash. Sally, but you are IT, not me. Can't you fix it? Me, I can fix it, but you'd need to save your work first. Firstly, you have too many tabs open in Chrome dash. Sally, I need all of them. Me, do you need all of them right now? Or could you close some of them and reopen them when you need them? Sally, no, I need them all. Just fix it. Me, okay, well the other thing is that you only have 8 GB of RAM. You can't have this many things open at once with only 8 GB of RAM. Sally, can you increase the RAM? Me, perhaps, but you'll need to get your manager to approve it, and it'll come out of your department's budget. And they'll contact me and I'll tell them that you keep 50 tabs open, and if you stop that it might speed up. Sally, well then I'll get more RAM. Is that it? Me, well there is one last fix that I can attempt. You haven't shut down your computer in forever, if you reboot your machine it might speed up. Sally, I close the lid every day, is that not enough? Me, no, it isn't. Here's how you shut it down properly. Proceeds to show her the shutdown button in Start menu. Do this every day when you leave for home. When you next use the machine, press the power button on the machine to turn it back on. Your laptop will be faster then. Sally, okay thanks then. Click. Never did hear from the manager, so I'm guessing she decided to close some tabs? No internet? Must be the firewall. This incident actually happened after I retired from my university sysadmin job. I still had an email account which I checked every couple of days, and one weekend I found I couldn't check this account. System was unreachable, so I tried a couple of other systems, also saw the website was not available. The entire network was unreachable. Not a big deal for me, maybe they were doing some network upgrade or something. A couple of hours go by and I get a call from the guy that took over when I retired. He's out of town for the weekend. His boss is calling him because the link from the department to the upstream network is down, and the network engineer they are talking to is insisting that the problem must be internal, probably the firewall. Network guy wants the FW rebooted. He won't keep working on the problem unless this is done first. So, if I can, will I go in and reboot the FW? There is no one else in town who knows the systems. I'm not doing anything, so I agree. Since it's a Sunday, I arrange access to the building and head on in. Arrive, get access to the server room, find the FW, reboot. No change. For yucks, I follow the fiber connection from the FW box, the 2-edge switch. Maybe a GVIC is bad or something. There is no link on the switch port to the upstream fiber. Okay, I swap the GVIC since there are a couple of extras sitting on the switch, no difference. Clearly this is not the FW box. I'm updating my local contact, who I know from the old days, who is on the phone with the network guy. He grumpily agrees to look at the upstream switch again. Local contact then tells me that NG is asking if I have a copy of the upstream switch configuration. I'm totally surprised. Why would the department have a saved config for switch we don't admin? We have a clumsy three-way conversation about this, and it becomes clear that there is more to this story than meets the eye. Problem started with a scheduled power outage for electrical upgrades to the building. Everything appeared to come back up after power was restored, but the uplink did not. I had seen this multiple times when I was working at this place. The network guys would make changes to switch configs and forget to save the config. Months go by, there's a power outage, and when the switches come up, the config is incorrect, your routes are gone. Anyway, I left. The network guy eventually figured out what was wrong with the config and fixed it, and uplink connection was back. I just hope he saved the config before he went on to his next ticket. An interesting RAM installation that I've came across. Hi. Sorry if this doesn't read like all the other posts on here. I'm new to posting, I was more of a silent reader. Also, English isn't my native language. Anyway, I was recently asked by a friend of mine, let's call him T, to help a friend of him, I'll call him C, to install more RAM into C's computer. I asked no further and agreed. So while we were driving to C, I was talking to him, and got to know that he thinks he bought 16 gigabytes of RAM, but his system was only showing up 8. I thought, okay, maybe this is just a misconfigured BIOS, nothing serious. As I got to his PC and got into the BIOS, I saw that the BIOS was only recognizing 8 gigabytes of RAM. So I powered the machine off and took a look inside, to find two 8 gigabyte sticks of RAM in there. Here is where it gets interesting. I took both 8 gigabyte sticks out and put them back in. Then I powered the PC on and went into the BIOS again, to see 8 gigabytes of RAM again. Then I was wondering if I myself installed it wrongly. As I've put the first stick out, I saw that I've put it in the wrong way, which many of you might know is impossible, so thought I. I then tried to put it in the wrong way knowingly to see if it would make a clicking noise. It did. I then took a deeper look inside the RAM slot itself, and saw that C managed to put so much force on both the RAM stick and slot to put it in the wrong way. The notch inside the slot was pressed down. I then put it in the right way to see it clicking there too. So nobody would think this slot would have survived a misuse like that, because not only is it physically damaged, but maybe electrically too. Every pin got wired up differently, so maybe also data swapped with power. But as I put it in the right way and booted the machine into the BIOS again, it was showing up both of the 8 gigabyte sticks, adding up to C's full 16 gigabytes of RAM that he bought. I then just configured XMP and booted into Windows, to find all 16 gigabytes of RAM showing up and working correctly. He never had a problem since that. I think this story again shows how strong PC hardware sometimes can be. Let me know if you liked this story. I certainly did find it very interesting. Thanks for reading.